Good morning, guys and ghouls, and welcome back to Pocket Monsters University. I'm so happy that you guys are coming back for another semester here with me, and yeah, let's just get right into it. This is the GBU. I'm, again, the coach of the Pocket Monsters University, and I'm very excited for our team. You guys might have seen the draft stream hosted by John Jr. and OG Albina, so you might have already seen the team, but I do want to go a little in depth with my team, just so you guys can kind of see who the professors are and who's going to be teaching you this season. So there's no better way to start than with the beginning. First of all, we grabbed Iron Valiant. So, yeah, a lot of good mons went before this. Obviously, Darkrai went before this. Dragapult went right before this. And I really wanted those two. Chen Pao went right before this. Those are the three that I really wanted to use, but obviously it's fifth pick. I'm not gonna get them. So, but that's all right. So we got Iron Valiant. I think Iron Valiant's really good. This is going to be Professor Lant. Professor Lant as in Valorant. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to using this mon as a really strong physical and special attacker. I think its versatility, even though it doesn't have the X factor that a lot of other Pokemon have to just, break their own walls and kind of just like go in, I think the X factor is actually a little bit more distinct, where it's the ability to be mixed can help it break down teams by itself. However, as you'll see with the rest of the team, its job isn't to break down teams. Its job is going to be just to clean up kills and just to kind of close out games, because the rest of our team is really good at whittling mons down, or to set up Scarfers. Our Scarfers are insane this season. We have incredible Scarf utility. And yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to using Iron Valiant, whether it's my physical sets with knockoff, his knockoff, like Leaf Blade, just like a bunch of random coverage moves that are insane. Obviously Close Combat Spirit Break for its stabs. And then on the special side, it actually just gained a Vacuum Wave. So if we ever play against Chen Pao, Weavile, basically any mon that's weak to fighting, their Scarf sets no longer affect us. Considering we're already faster than everything, yeah, we're looking really good. So I'm very much so looking forward to using Professor Lant. Alright, and next up, we have Professor Todd. Professor Todd, the Walking Wake. Yeah, shoutouts to Walking Wake for no longer being a fraud. This guy was horrible. I was the #1 hater on Walking Wake until they decided to just give it the 2 best moves that it could have ever asked for. It now has Knockoff, oh sorry, 3 best moves. Sorry. It has Knockoff, it has Flip Turn, and it has Scald. Dude, what? This mon has Scald? They just want to give this mon everything that it could ever need, because when they released it, it was very mid. It was just a 125 special attacker. Hydro Steam was cool, but like, dude, now you're dropping Scald. I don't know if I'll ever bring Hydro Steam. I'm not a big believer in Weather. I think Weather is kind of a bait. However, I do think that Walking Wake setting its own sun is almost the equivalent of a mon clicking like Dragon Dance or Substitute. It's a setup move for itself. So I'm not a big believer in grabbing like a Torkoal or a Ninetales. So spoiler, we don't have one. I think that Manual Sun is just going to be better for Walking Wake because it doesn't quite need it won't need the specs nearly as much. And I foresee myself wanting to click Scald more than I want to click a very strong water move with this team because of how good our offensive pressure is already. Water Dragon with 109 speed, like this guy is already breaking his own walls with Knock. It just flip turns on out whenever it needs to. So yeah, there's not much more I could say about Walking Wake. I think this mon is incredible. And yeah, I guess there's really nothing more else I can say. One thing I will mention though, I think a heavily slept on set is AV. Water Dragon's really hard to kill, man. If you've ever, like, the only bulky Water Dragon we have right now is Palkia, just because it has a billion stats, but like, dude, Palkia is hard as fuck to kill. This guy's got good enough bulk that I can foresee us using it as a bulky piece, as our bulky water quite often. That's just not passive. That's an issue with a lot of bulky waters, is that they're just really passive, and in this gen they don't have Toxic or Scald. This mon has Scald. So I could definitely see us being Professor Todd to basically every game. It's always going to have utility. Next up, let's bring out Professor Cheese. I don't know how we got Professor Cheese as the round 3 pick, dude. What? How are you kidding me? Like, I don't understand how people let me get this guy. We have Iron Valiant, crazy round 1 pick. easily round 1. Walking Wake, which is like a late round 1, early round 2 pick, and Golden Joseph, who is also a early round 2, late round 2 pick. There's no reason for this guy to make it to 3, let alone make it to me at 3. So yeah, this mon, obviously it's really good typing offensively and defensively. It's one of the only good steals in the format, and I was saying before this draft that if the Pheasantipity, like the leaks were like Pheasantipity was Serene Grace, really fast and strong, you know, like Arena Trap, the Monkey Dory, I was saying that this mon stocks fly up because it just checks all of them. It checks all of those poison types. So us having a really good steel type is imperative to winning this season, I feel. I don't know if you can get through this season without a good steel type, and ours has not only recovery, but it also blocks all form of hazard removal. So, if you look at our top 2 mons, even our top 3, look at him too. They just don't have many good walls, and as long as we get a good spiker, we're really gonna prosper in our later picks. In all of our games, I apologize. We're going to prosper in all of our games because it's like, okay, you can't remove hazards now, man. What are you going to do? You have 3 spikes up and a T-spike. What are you going to do? You have to switch into Specs Golden Joseph. You have to switch into Specs or Banded Iron Valiant. Specs or Scarf Walking Wake. Like, what are you going to do? Nice. This mon is just nice. It just has so much utility. It also has speed control for us. I believe it has Thunder Wave. It has trick sets. It has Nasty Plot sets. Make It Rain is one of the greatest moves like ever. It's just a 130 no drawback -1 special attack. It's like Flare Cannon. It's just steel type Flare Cannon that can't miss, and I think that is incredible. So, yeah, I think I'm very happy about getting Golden Joseph, and I thought as our next pick, what's a mon that really, really complements with Golden Joseph as a good defensive core of our team? I was thinking, maybe something with Spikes. Spikes would be good, like a Greninja, but we already have a Water type, so not a Greninja. Maybe there's a Ground type in the game. Maybe there's a Ground type that recently got Spikes and T-Spikes. For the cost of Roost, welcome to the team, Mr. Gliscor. I am so happy that we got Professor Ivy on the team. Poison Ivy, the GOAT. Yeah, Gliscor. However, it lost Roost, which is a really big nerf. I can't understate that. That is a really big nerf. However, I think its utility and the new coverage that it gains is actually really nice. It has Crab Hammer now, so it still beats every other ground type, which is incredible. It is so useful. And I believe Owen said it on stream that you kind of have to dedicate a spot to protect now, but I almost don't mind. Dedicating a spot to protect. This mod has always been really, really tight on its moves. However, I think now that it doesn't have Roost, it's pretty clear what roles that it's going to have. It's going to be a bulky pivot piece that not really a defensive check to so much, but is a great pivot. That's just going to get hazards up. It's going to taunt the slow mons. It's going to have natural recovery, can't be burned, can't be paralyzed, can't be frozen. So overall, Gliscor is going to be really good here. Its ice weakness is covered by Golden Go very well. Its Golden Go's ground weakness is covered by Gliscor really, really well. Right now, our typing synergy is looking really, really, really strong. And I'm very, very excited that we got these first 4 picks. And it doesn't stop. We just keep getting broken mons. We got Cerulege. Cerulege is, this is Professor Spear. Professor Spear, as in Shakespeare, is going to be our Terra captain this season. We have Terra Ghost, and we have Terra Fairy. Terra Ghost and Terra Fairy are both incredible. Ghost, because Ghost is just one of the best offensive typings in the entire game, and we don't have to rely on Poltergeist anymore. Or not anymore. We don't have to rely on it in the first place. We can just click Terra Blast, and that is just a double stab base 80 move. And hell, even if we need to, we can run Poltergeist as well. And if it just scares people into running no item on their mon for Poltergeist, we're already forcing progress in the prep phase. So sounds great. I'm super down for that. Fairy is because we beat our dark types a lot easier. I don't see this mon as a fire type. I see this mon as a ghost type, and therefore I want it to. I want to be able to beat the ghost, basically everything that it can't beat as a ghost type. And it can't beat dark types the best. It has close combat, it does, but it's not really bulky enough to get like a weakness or a weak armor off to be faster than them all. So Fairy is really, really solid, and Fairy is also just a crazy typing in general. Like, it just, our coverage spread of Fire, Ghost, and Fairy, I don't think a single mon in the game can, like, resist, all, like just wall us. I don't think there's a single mon that can wall us. So Cerulege, really strong. I wish it had sharpness. It doesn't. Really unfortunate, but that's a-okay with me. This mon, I foresee it coming also every week. It's just really good. All of our mons look like they could come every week, which is so nice. I don't have good drafts very often, and I can only attribute that to my friend Septile Scythe. He helped me draft basically from here on. He gave me a few pointers earlier on with, like, maybe a Zapdos over Golden Go, but I said I want Golden Go. But then I just listened to him. He said I needed spikes, so I picked Gliscor. He said Cerulege is crazy, I grabbed Cerulege. So basically, we're kind of following his lead, but yeah, we have a really good physical breaker with Iron Valiant and Cerulege. We have a crazy special breakers with Iron Valiant, Walking Wake, and Golden Joseph. So we have a really strong offense, and we just kind of need to round it out now. And here's how we're rounding it out. We're grabbing a second Fairy type, which is fine, because you don't want to use your Iron Valiant as a great Fairy type at all. It's not quite a defensive mon. It has like 60-80, I think, in Spidef, Spidef. It's just really, really frail. But that's okay, because now Hatterene is here to not only just be a bulky fairy, but it now also can click Baton Pass for more momentum, and this thing gets Magic Bounce. Oh, I guess I should say the name. This is Professor Hat, with 2 T's. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. Professor Hat. Professor Hat being on the team is going to really help with us just magic bouncing hazards around, because usually we don't have a lot of removal. However, they even if they have removal, it's going to be so much harder for them to remove hazards off their side with our Taunt and our Golden Go. We have Taunt usage all over, we have Encore usage all over, and we have our Magic Bounce. So, I'm very much so excited to use Hatterene again. We used it in WPF, and it overperformed. I won't lie, it overperformed. This mon, sorry, cough drop. This mon is actually really strong, and I didn't like it in Gen 8 at all, but I think in Gen 9, I'm a big believer in Hatterene now. Definitely better than that stinky Grimmsnarl you see next to it. I still think that mon's a fraud. However, Psychic Fairy, we all know it's really good. It also gives us Trick Room option, but like the rest of our team doesn't care about Trick Room as much. However, this mon loves Trick Room. It's almost as like the Sun with Walking Wake, where it's just kind of, you set it up for yourself, and then you just sweep by yourself. Every mon on our team can work by themselves, but they can still work with each other, with whether it's momentum, because 3 of our mons now have momentum, being Gliscor U-turn, Flip Turn, Walking Wake, and Baton Pass Hatterene. Hatterene can't get taunted either, so it just kind of gets on out of there. So, really consistent, good resists. And one thing I've noticed about Gen 9 is that fighting types are very strong. There's a lot of good fighting types, and we have incredible fighting type resists throughout the team so far. And honestly, that kind of helps cover Tyranitar. I can't believe Tyranitar fell to our 7th pick, dude. This mon got knockoff, dude. What? Are you joking? I think it was only like 13, 14 points, too. Like, dude, what? This mon just walls all the special mon, like every special mon in the game. It just walls all of them, dude. Clefable with Life Orb, bro, that's only doing like 40, bro. 40! 40! I don't understand. This mon is incredible. Its weaknesses are covered very well by our team. It gives us another rocker. It is a great setup, and it forces progress throughout the entire team, which I am a big fan of. I love forcing progress by just clicking knockoff with sand damage, with rocks damage, with just clicking Dragon Dance, or just being a fucking Tyranitar. Thoughts? Okay, yeah, crazy. This is Michael. He's the gym teacher. That's all. He's not a professor. He's just the gym teacher. But yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Tyranitar. Not having to run Crunch anymore. Crunch is pretty weak. There's just not a lot of upside to clicking the move. It's just a dark move. And I think Crunch just wasn't enough. But Knockoff sure as hell is. It's so much. And all of the mons that want to be pivoting in, like the Steel types, I wonder if our team handles Steel types well. Maybe. Yeah, we crush. We literally crush Steel types the entire time. We have Cerulege to crush them. We have Gliscor to crush them. We have Golden Joseph to maybe crush them. We'll see. Be Air Balloon sets. We have Iron Valiant to crush them. Yeah, we shit on the steel types, man. Fighting types, I already went over that. Fighting types, only one of our mons doesn't resist fighting outside of Tyranitar. That's how good we are versus fighting types. So it's really gonna deter everybody. And yeah, I'm really a big fan. I've never used Tyranitar before. He was a little kind of out of the blue, you know, being just the sand. I don't have any sand abusers, which I admit, but I don't think that matters when it's a fucking Tyranitar. This guy just walls everything. It's one of the best darks on the board, and yeah, we're not gonna have to worry about no Spectres. Yeah, well, you gonna low kick me? Go ahead, man. Have fun. Double kick, whatever it has. I don't care, man. I'm just gonna knock you off. It's over. You're just gonna get knocked off. It's that simple. Oh, or I'm gonna make a double into Saru Legend, and then you're forced out. Boom, done. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Michael. Welcome to the team, Michael. Next up, we have Grotto. So we're running really low on points. Every mon we've picked so far is over 10 points. Like well over 10 points, I think. The cheapest mon is like Hatterene, and I think it was 11. So we're running low on points, but we got Grotto. I think Grotto's actually really good. It is a little expensive here. I'm the one that advocated. I was a part of the tiering process, and I advocated for a more expensive Grotto because I do see this mon having a lot of utility, being not only a just being a bulky grass type, but also having Shell Smash. I think Shell Smash is actually something that will come up throughout the season. Just being able to set up on just like unsuspecting mons, like say I'm in front of a water type, and like I pivoted on a water type, and they just click a water move. It's like, ah, dang, I'm walled. I'm gonna go to my fire type because it can't hurt me. Well, or they're flying type. Okay, well, what happens when I Shell Smash and I click Double Edge, or I click a Seed Bomb, or I click Earth Power, or Earthquake? Like, this mon is no longer passive, which I think is incredible value. I'm a big fan of Grotto. This is Professor Bush. Welcome to the team, Professor Bush, and I'm very, very excited to show you guys that Grotto's pretty damn good right now, man. He's pretty good. He's a meme in the Showdown community, but I'm going to show you why he's actually the GOAT. And it's time. Ladies and gentlemen, you've met your professors for the season. Now, it's time to meet the Dean. I have budgeted so many points for this. The best hire you could have at any university at all. We have Slugma! So yes, we've drafted Dean Slugma. Yeah! So, alright guys, we drafted the 18-point Slugma as our final pick. Nobody else was strong enough to do it. Everybody else is a pussy. Fuck everybody else. We're the GOAT here at Pocket Monsters University. We rep our merch, we bring the GOAT, and we will use the GOAT. He will go undefeated. I love Slugma. Let's go! This mon, 18 points for so many different reasons, man. It's so good. It just has so much utility. It has Yawn. It has Memento. It has Will-O-Wisp. It has like 40 in every stat except for special attack, which is 70. Ignore that part though. He's Slugma. He's got a funny name. He's the Dean, dude. What else could you want from your last mod? Rounding out the team, he clicks Manual Sun. Duh. He's Flame Body. Duh. He's gonna burn ya. What are you gonna do? What happens when you get burned by Slugma? What are you gonna say? Ah, damn. Yeah, you don't know what to say because the mon is the GOAT. That's all I gotta say. I am very excited to have Slugma on the team. I'm the one that put him in 18 points, and I'm gonna be the one to bring him to the championship. Trade offer, as you guys saw from the fucking thumbnail, baby. I receive 1 Slugma. You receive a world of burn. Let's go. Yeah, I'm very excited to use Slugma. I really could have used the points to round out the team a little bit better. We are missing some roles. However, dude, who cares? Who cares, man? We're here to have a good time. Let's have a good time. And you know what? I hope you guys are ready to join me in this season, where we're gonna bring home the gold with Slugma on the team and prove that, yes, you can have a championship with an 18-point Slugma. And if you guys are interested in following this journey, come on, man, go hit the subscribe button, man. Come on, man. You can just go subscribe, man. You know you want to see Slugma. You know you want to see him. You know you want to see the whole team. I don't have a picture where you guys can see the whole thing. So just imagine Slugma's here, but you guys can see our team. We have a really strong offense, and our defense is a very compact. You know, it's like a brotherhood, man. It's a brotherhood with our defensive core. We have like 3 defensive mons, but you know what? They're tight. They're tight, man. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and keep your eye out. Tomorrow, going up at 11 a.m. CST or noon EST, we are going to be having an exhibition match versus the John Jr., Commissioner of the League. He and I do not play this main season whatsoever, so he said, hey, why not, let's play a fun game. Let's just play a quick little fun game, and we could just kind of show off our teams a little bit. So the game will not count in any way, but it will be fun, and we can kind of get used to the game in our teams. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of the support. Leave a like, please. Just follow the journey, man. I'm gonna be putting in a lot more effort. And final announcement: at the end of every week, after every upload, I will be having a video live that is going to be study hours. We're going to be having study hours where we get to look back at our team, look back at our match, and we can kind of talk about where did we go wrong and where can we improve. So that is kind of something that I'm looking forward to do. And yeah, if you're looking forward to if you want to get better at the game and kind of learn how a VOD review works, then yes, please come join me. It is strictly beneficial to watch. It is 100% better to watch than maybe even the main game, because you can actually learn something. And yeah, I think it's a great way to improve at almost anything you do. No, like whether it's Mons, if you're playing another kind of game, it's just really, really nice to be able to just look over what you did and learn from your mistakes. But yeah, besides that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, please. Just go subscribe, man. Let's hit 200 real quick. Let's just hit 200 before the season starts. Come on, man. Come on, 200, man. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. See ya.